stick back out on the play. All a shot save. Pasternak scores! David Pasternak!
At home.
Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone, and welcome back to another YouTube broadcast. Well, good news. My first year at Dean College was amazing, but at least from now until early September, I am back home, which means more YouTube broadcasts, and we're going to kick things off with Game 2 of the second round of the 2023 NBA Finals between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. Philadelphia narrowly won Game 1 at the TD Garden Tuesday night behind James Harden's 45 points. Now, Joel Embiid, who was just announced yesterday as the league MVP of this season, he is in the lineup. And the 76ers look to steal both games at the TD Garden, heading back to the Wells Fargo Center this weekend. As for the Celtics at home and the Greens, trying to split up the series and prevent this losing streak that the TD Garden has become accustomed to. Celtics losing Game 5 to the Hawks and Game 1 to the Sixers. And, of course, we aren't getting into that collapse known as the Boston Bruins. But the game is on. 76ers win the tip-off, and James Harden working against Derek White, who passes it over to Maxey. Back over to Embiid. Flips it to the left, and jump shot is good. That's going to be Tobias Harris, who scores. And the 76ers open up the scoring. What's up, Zoe? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everyone stopping by here on this Thursday night. Jaylen Brown, a deep three, and he connects. Jaylen Brown, he's going on and off with that mask, but he was wearing it tonight, and he drains the three to get the Celtics on the board. Harden back to Embiid. A three-pointer off the rim, no good. Taken away by the Celtics. Marcus Smart brings it up ahead. Smart, good pass. Al Horford a three, and that's short. Harden will get the rebound. Oh, my apologies. I do mean Wednesday. I keep on thinking today's Thursday for some reason. Happy Wednesday evening as Maxey drills a deep three, making it 5-3. Thanks for the correction, Zoe. Brown back over. Smart into the paint. Back over to Derek White. White crashes the paint, in and out. And that rebound is going to be picked up by PJ Tucker, and they're going to send it up ahead. A deep three. That's no good, and Horford there for the rebound. Up ahead, Smart. Tatum, a three, in and out. And so now the Sixers will have to bring it up ahead with James Harden. Sixers trying to protect their 2-point lead. Harden goes in against Brown, and out of bounds, the ball rolls. And they're going to say Celtics basketball. And Harden not liking the call from the officials. Celtics come up the other way. Jaylen Brown will bring it up ahead. Brown between the legs. Crashes on into the paint and gets the easy layup off the backboard and in. Even at 5. I hope you guys like the new thumbnail I was able to create this morning. I figured I had the time, I would make hopefully more attractive looking thumbnails. So, I don't know. Hope it works. 3 seconds left on a shot clock. The Celtics block the pass. Here comes Tatum up ahead. Over to Derek White. He'll shoot a three, and that is way off the mark. Score remains even at 5. 9:23 and counting first quarter. Harden, the pass to Embiid, knocked away. 76ers keep possession. Pass down low to Embiid. Embiid with Horford blocking him. Wide open, PJ Tucker kicks it over. Faking the three, crashing on into the paint. Jump shot is no good, and the shot attempt there was by Harris. Celtics bring it ahead here. Smart into the paint, lobs one up. Embiid keeps the play alive, keeping the ball in bounds up ahead. And, nice block by Horford on Maxey. Tatum. No look pass to Horford. Back to Tatum. White's wide open on the right side. Tatum will keep it himself. Crashes into the paint. And I believe he may have drawn a foul. Yet to have any free throws in this one. And that's how 76ers were able to close off game one. Was by hitting a lot of free throws in the fourth quarter. Instead, Horford will attempt a three, no good and out of bounds. 8:37 to go, 76ers will inbound. Game tied at 5. Last time these two teams met in the playoffs, I want to say was 2021, and Celtics did win that series. Nice pass to Embiid. The jump shot's blocked, and we get a whistle. And we'll see if Embiid goes up to the free throw line or not. Of course, Celtics trying to make their way back to the NBA Finals. Playing for team legend Bill Russell, who did pass away this summer, dedicating this season to them. Wearing their number 6 patch on their jerseys. Embiid makes the first free throw of the game, giving the 76ers the lead back. It is 6-5. Embiid, the runner-up in the MVPs the previous 2 seasons to the Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic. But last night was announced at around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that, he won the MVP, and finally, Nurkic was the runner-up. Marcus Smart brings it up ahead for the Celtics. Smart, behind the three-point line, dishes it over to Jaylen Brown. Brown waits. Horford back. Tatum pumps again. Goes off the backboard and scores. And one for Boston. Oh, that's just beautiful patience by Tatum. Able to move up to the rim. Make a move around Embiid. Nice step move. Crashes back into the paint. One-handed layup, and he is able to score. More so just chucking it into the basket and hoping for the best. Good coverage by Embiid and Harden to lead to the first Celtic free throw of the game. And Tatum bounces it off the rim and in. It is 8-7 Celtics. So Boston the lead for just the second time in the early going. James Harden between the legs. Again, coming off a 45-point performance. Embiid. His series debut, loses the ball, back over, a three by Tobias Harris, wide off the mark, a scramble for the ball, and Marcus Smart comes away with it. Up ahead, Jaylen Brown. Brown over, Derek White, and the former Chicago Bull off the rim, and no good. It remains 8-7 Boston. Harden steps back at the logo. Harden tries to dribble up Brown. Lobs one up, no good, and a whistle. We could have a foul against the Celtics here. As Harden went to the basket, and look at this play by Marcus Smart. We wonder why he's won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years. Look at him grab the ball from P.J. Tucker there and set what was a 2-on-1 rush. And unfortunately for the Celtics, resulted in a Derek White missed three. And so now James Harden at the free throw line. That is off the mark and off the rim. Second free throw attempt coming up. Again, 76ers looking to tie this game at 8. P.J. Tucker did not register a point in his 37 minutes in game one. As Harden makes the second free throw, tying this game up at 8. P.J. Tucker, former Phoenix Sun. Here comes Jaylen Brown. Pass over to Tatum to the left-hand side. Tatum. Guarded by Tucker. Works around Embiid. Tatum the pass to Smart. They blew the whistle, so that layup will not count for Boston. With 9 seconds to go on the shot clock, they'll restart it at 24. 7:09 to go, first quarter. Here at the TD Garden again, the Celtics trying to end the slump that the Garden has witnessed. Celtics lost 2 in a row, and obviously the Bruins losing games 2, 5, and 7 in this building. I could rant about the Bruins during halftime, I'm sure. That's what you guys want me to talk about during halftime, as the first free throw by Tatum is good, giving the Celtics the lead 9-8. And tomorrow, in all likelihood, if I do broadcast, it will be at 7 o'clock, same time, for Panthers Maple Leafs game 2 of that second round series. So as I mentioned, while I'm back at home for college, I figured why not try to broadcast more often when I have the free time and before my official broadcasting job with the Brockton Rock starts in a couple of weeks. So I'm really going to be trying to pump out broadcasts until about the second or third week of May. Here's Embiid, a fadeaway on Horford, no good. Tucker had the rebound, but we get a stoppage. And we will hit our first commercial break. 10-8, the Celtics lead with just over 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the opening quarter. So as I mentioned, do plan on broadcasting a lot here in the next few days. Panthers Maple Leafs tomorrow. Friday, I'm not sure if I'm going to be broadcasting yet or not, but if I do, it will be the Massachusetts Pirates Arena Football League again. I went to their game last Friday. They beat the heck out of the Iowa Barnstormers, and you know what? At 3-2, they're looking decent. They were ranked 6th in the weekly power rankings last week, so I hope that win boosted them up a little bit. Yeah, so if I do broadcast Friday, it will be that. Saturday, I will be busy most of Saturday afternoon, but Oilers Golden Knights is a potential broadcast. And then on Sunday, I'm thinking about doing a late game, and that would be Stars Kraken at 9:30. How about Seattle winning game 1 last night? 5-4 in overtime. Joe Pavelski scored 4 goals for the Stars, and it was not enough. So that's what I'm thinking for Sunday night. And then obviously we're getting a little bit far out of the schedule. But I'm thinking Monday I would either do Golden Knights or Oilers game 4 or Knicks Heat. We'll see. Again, nothing official, but just kind of brainstorming here. I definitely want to do some playoff hockey, but I figured with the Celtics on, of course, me being from Massachusetts, I'd broadcast the Celtics tonight since I'd be doing Panthers Maple Leafs tomorrow. And let me just tip my cap to the Panthers real quickly. Not only did they come back from 3-1 down against Boston, but convincingly beat Toronto yesterday 4-2. Sergei Bobrovsky turning back the clock. You'd think he's back in his 2016, 2017 days with the Blue Jackets. He's playing out of this world. Brandon Montour, he's on a tear right now too for the Panthers. And you don't want to tick off Matthew Tkachuk because, oh boy, he will definitely make you pay. He's a great player. He's a player that gets underneath your skin if you're facing off against him. But if he's on your team, you love him. And I get that love-hate relationship with Brad Marchand being on my hockey team for so long, right? So, I don't know. Good for the Panthers. I hope they go far. If anyone's wondering, like, oh, am I salty over the Bruins losing? No, I'm not. I'm disappointed that the Bruins lost, don't get me wrong, but I'm not salty by it. I'm disappointed in the Bruins, but, you know, you got to tip your cap. At the end of the day, you got to tip your cap to the Panthers. They did a marvelous job fighting back from 3-1 down, scoring 6 or 7 goals in Game 6 to force the Game 7. And, of course, winning 3 games in the TD Garden. Difficult task, but winning both of those in overtime, I mean, definitely props to the Florida Panthers. They have the chance to go far in places where they haven't seen since 1996, the last time they were in the Stanley Cup Finals. 10-8 Celtics lead, inbound by the Sixers. We have our first commercial break of the ball game. Embiid tries to pass over Horford, and the Celtics steal. Horford up ahead to Derek White. White pass to Horford, over to Jaylen Brown to the left side. Brown, nice fake. Down low to Horford. Horford in the paint. Jump shot over Tucker, no good. Robert Williams kept the rebound alive. Tatum covered by Tucker. Over to Jaylen Brown in the paint. Tries to go in for the dunk. He gets it off the backboard and in anyways. A 4-point lead for the Celtics. The highest, I guess, lead for either team we've had so far. Harden works in the paint. Tips it over to Tucker. And Tucker does not score. Tatum able to pick up the rebound. Tatum, Horford, and Jaylen Brown stepped out of bounds. So it looks like it'll be Sixers ball here as Tucker, nice block by Robert Williams. Another great defender on the Celtics team next to Marcus Smart and now Horford. And Joe Mazzulla doing the good old switching centers trick, which has worked for the Celtics all year, the past 2 seasons. Here's the long pass that's knocked out of bounds by Horford. I don't know why the 76ers were trying to send it up court, but it worked. They will keep possession here. Inbounding it is Tyrese Maxey. And looking for Harden. He's got Harden. Harden just past the logo. Works on it against Peyton Pritchard. Now working against Robert Williams. The fadeaway. He scores. 12-10. Celtics lead cut down to 2. 5:20 and counting first quarter. Derek White. Spin move in the paint. Back. Oh my goodness. Al Horford to Jaylen Brown. Brown gets tripped up and that'll cause a whistle. I think the NBA is cutting, or at least TNT, they're cutting to some of their camera angles on a drone. I think that's what's going on. So if I am a little hesitant during certain parts of the game, just know that they're filming that part of a game off a drone. And it's not as clear as the TVs or the cameras that follow along the game here. The Sixers will substitute out Embiid. Jaylen Brown, the first free throw, is good, making it 13-10. Horford also on the bench. And Jaylen Brown ready for his second shot. Scored 14 points in the first quarter of game 1, but he only ended up scoring 9 the rest of the way. Of course, that equaling 23 on the night. Well, he makes both free throws there. 14-10, Celtics lead. Harden. Pass going on into the paint and shooting with one hand in and out. Robert Williams able to swap that one away and out of bounds. The shot attempt was by Georges Niang, and he could not score. 4:54 to go in the first. And the Sixers will inbound with Tobias Harris, who passes it over to James Harden. Harden goes for the 3. Nice block, and it's going to be Celtics ball. Oh, what a tremendous block by Malcolm Brogdon. He read that beautifully. He knocked it out of bounds, but it'll be Celtics ball as it did bounce off of Harden's hands as the block shot came right back in his face. 76ers go for Another substitution. Brogdon brings it up ahead for the Celtics. Brogdon steps up, tries to make a move. It's blocked by the Sixers. Up ahead they go, 4-on-3. Harden crashing over Derek White and scoring the layup. Back to a 2-point game. It was essentially a 2-possession game the whole way through between both these teams in game 1. And it looks like that's going to be the continuing trend here in game 2. Brown makes a nice move, steps on the brakes, goes on in for the shot in the paint, and it trickles in. 16-12. 2 new substitutions for the Sixers. Reed and Melton come on the floor. Harden's shot is off the rim, and we get a whistle. 3:57 to go, first quarter. A fast-paced first quarter. We've only had 1 commercial break and very few free throws. And as I say that, Harden will go up for his first free throws of the night. As I mentioned, 41 points. That ties his playoff career high. Shot 50% from the 3-point line, 7 for 14. And Harden's first free throw is good, right down the middle, and it is now a 3-point game, 16-13. Harden will make the second free throw as well, making that 16-14. Jaylen Brown sends it up ahead. Brown, pass, White, back to Brown. Brown crashes on into the paint, fade away! Not too shabby by Jaylen Brown, 18-14. Sixers bring it on in, though. Harden, spinorama, nice pass back. Good passing here from the Sixers. Reed, a no-looker. Oh, and getting the basket. That is DeAnthony Melton off the amazing assist by Paul Reed. Brogdon in the paint. Pass it over. A 3-pointer off the rim. And that shot was taken by Grant Williams. Up ahead, Harden lobs up a 3, and he almost got lucky. Fouled on his way to the 3-point line. And I'd imagine we'll see him come up to the free throw. 1 assist here by Reed. Boop. Fooled Robert Williams on that no-look pass. Assist of the series so far. 18-16 as we head to our second commercial break. A very tight game here in Boston. It was the same way in game 1. In other sports right now, we have the Hurricanes up 3-1 over the Devils. In game 1 of that series, with the Oilers Kraken starting, Oilers Golden Knights game 1 of that series starting at 9:30 Eastern Time, and of course NBA game after this one. Actually, this is the only NBA game on. Kind of surprised by that. Lakers Warriors begins their series tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and then these 2 teams game 3 will be played in Philadelphia on Friday. Nuggets Suns game 3 will follow suit. And the fact that the Suns are already down 2-0, I honestly had the Suns winning that series in 7. And I mean, I guess obviously if the Suns are able to win a game at home, you never know what happens. That series could kind of switch momentum, but Denver comes up 3-0. That is not looking good. Right now, I'm trying to think what my NBA Finals prediction is right now. I didn't do bad predicting in the first round of the playoffs. I actually said Warriors would beat the Kings in 7, and the Knicks would beat the Heat in 6. So I am glad I got those 2 predictions right, like right on the money. I don't want to do any jinxing or anything, but I think the NBA Finals this year, I mean, if the Nuggets make it past the Suns, I'm going to go with, how is this? I'll go with 2 predictions in case one's wrong. I'm going to go with Celtics and Nuggets or Heat and Warriors. I'll go with those two. Because the Heat, I know they barely squeezed by in the play-in series, but Jimmy Butler scoring, 57 points in game 4 against Milwaukee. I mean, crazy stuff there. I know they just lost to the Knicks last night, but don't count the Heat out. That series is tied at 1 heading to Miami, so we'll see if they could beat a fully healthy Bucks team with Giannis and Chris Middleton. I think they could take Julius Randle, Emmanuel Quigley, and Josh Hart. I'm missing. Oh my goodness, the name is on the tip of my tongue. What? Who's the other really good New York Knicks player? Oh my god, bro, that's bad. I didn't even say R.J. Barrett. I love J.R. Barrett. Jalen Brunson was who I was forgetting about. Jalen Brunson, he went off in Game 6 against the Heat, or against who did they play in the first round? The Knicks beat the freaking Cavaliers. Oh my lord! I'm like Heat. The other team LeBron James played on, Cavaliers. There we go. The free throw is good by James Harden as we head out of commercial break. Look at Joel Embiid as he showed up to the stadium wearing blue sandals. That's an interesting one. Harden gets the second free throw as well. So this game is knotted up at 18 apiece. Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Here is Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon goes over to the right. Tries to pass it to Tatum. Instead, he finds Smart. Smart working against Harden and goes on in for the layup. 20-18. Boston back in front. Again, the same case of game 1. It's tied. Boston takes the lead. This is a very copy and paste like game right now. As Harden with a deep three, in and out. We call that a toilet shot where it goes in and then back out. That pass for Tatum is no good and deflected out of bounds by the Sixers. So Boston will regain possession. That was hit out of bounds by Jalen McDaniels. And the Celtics will inbound. Here comes Brogdon with 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Brogdon, a deep three. Yes! Oh, ho, ho! Malcolm Brogdon splashing one from just past the logo. He's fired up. What an offseason acquisition for the Celtics. He didn't do a crazy amount in the regular season, but he has been a great depth piece for the Celtics in this playoff run. Harden, no-look pass. They are connecting on the no-look passes, but McDaniel's shot's no good. Up ahead come the Celtics. Smart brings it up the right side. Nice star-step move from Marcus Smart. Goes on in off the backboard and no good. Harden sends it up ahead. Harden to three against Smart off the rim, and Brogdon gets the rebound. Nice spin move to keep the play alive. Wow. Smart runs over a man, and Marcus Smart misses the three. So we got an offensive foul as Nang went for a fall. Jason Tatum lowered the shoulder and said, "You know what? I feel like being Bo Jackson on this lovely Wednesday night." Well, that'll get you the offensive foul, and the Sixers regain possession, down by 5. Under a minute, opening quarter. Pass to Embiid. Oh! Touched by Grant Williams. And, oh, what in the world? I don't want to call him out for a flop, but he sold that. Oh, wee! I'm going for a ride. Oh my goodness, Joel Embiid. That was. Whew. there was a flopping resume, that would be the top video. First free throw is good. I hate accusing NBA players for flopping, but oh my lord, that was egregious. Grant Williams just bumped him into his back and he went, oh my goodness. Anyway, second free throw is good. 23-20. I also don't want to show bias, but I also call the game how I see it. Here is Brogdon setting it up ahead for the Celtics. 45 seconds of counting. Oh, what a catch by Tatum. And then he tries to pass it over to Grant Williams, who keeps the play alive. Smart. 2 seconds on the shot clock. A deep three. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know how that went in. It was miscombobulated at all. And Grant Williams gets on the score sheet. A deep three. Look at this. Grant Williams keeps the play alive, passes back to Smart. Smart hesitates, drills the shot over Nang, and off the backboard and in. All right, 26-20. Boston fired up, hitting a lot of their threes here in this opening quarter. They take the 6-point lead as Embiid has it. And a little jumper over Grant Williams. It's good, 26-22. And Celtics could be their last possession of the quarter. Smart killing time. Looking for Tatum. Man-on-man coverage. Smart goes for the shot, blocked, picks up his own rebound. 1 second, a fadeaway, scores with 0.4 on the clock. Marcus Smart with the last 5 Celtics points. 28-22, Boston. All right. Atta boy, Marcus Smart. He is on a roll right now. We're heading to the second. 28-22, the Celtics lead. As we're in a commercial break, I'm just going to quickly put up the box score of this game on ESPN so I can refer to statistics. Right now, 6 players have yet to enter the game for the Celtics, and same for the Sixers. Oh my goodness. On the 76ers, there's a Melton and a Milton. Ooh, let's hope I don't get that mixed up if Milton gets on the court tonight. I'm like, Melton. I'm like, there is a Melton. He already played. I'm like, nope. Never mind. Ooh, Tristan Cassis. The single. Red Sox Blue Jays tied at 2. I do want to commentate some MLB action, though. Unfortunately, with the NBA and NHL playoffs, that kind of is on the back burner for now. But I am dying to broadcast an NBA game, I'm dying to broadcast an MLB game with the new pitch clock and everything. Because I remember broadcasting Red Sox games before where they were like 7-1 in the top of the 6th inning, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Red Sox, we ain't gonna make this a game here. Like what are we doing here, right? Like, why am I sitting here for 3 hours broadcasting a baseball game? Hopefully the pitch clock will help with that. There was another time where I think I broadcasted a game where the Rays beat the Red Sox 11-4, and that game lasted well over 4 hours, past midnight. And again, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, gotta be a way to quicken up the MLB. I'm not going to lie. During spring training, I absolutely hated the pitch clock. But now that the batters are getting used to it and the pitchers are getting more equipped to it as well, sometimes the pitchers will even throw the pitch when there's 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And I just, as a big fan of hockey, football, and basketball, I'm a fast-paced guy. Try and make baseball a little bit more fast-paced. There's nothing wrong with that. And I will say for the record, I did not do this year, but if this happens next year, Meaning, if the New York Mets make the playoffs, I will make an effort. It's going to be tough balancing it out with college work and everything. If you guys don't know, Red Sox, my AL team, Mets are my NL team. I doubt the Red Sox make the playoffs. The Mets have a better chance to. If either or makes the playoffs, I will try to broadcast all of their games, or at least as much as I can. And same thing with once football season starts, the same thing with my beloved Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, I can't promise anything because, heading into my sophomore year of college, I'm sure my workload's going to be wicked hard and, all this other stuff. And, obviously I want to broadcast for Dean College as well when they have their broadcasting opportunities open. But if all goes well, at least for the fall, Mets playoff games and pretty much every Jaguars game. I will make time for every Jaguars game once a week just to broadcast in front of you guys for 3 hours. I'm fine with doing that. And again, I'm gonna continue to use very similar templates like the one I used tonight. Again, I'm trying to, while I have the time now, I'm trying to come up with new ways on how to create a thumbnail, or at least a more appealing thumbnail. So the second quarter is underway. Tatum, the pass, and Marcus Smart with a no-look jam. He has the last 7 points for the Celtics, and it's 30-22. Sixers bring it up ahead. Going on in and scoring. And is now 30-24. A deep three. That's good. Brogdon with his second three. What's up, Sam? Thanks for stopping by. Yes, I will be stopping by your Hurricanes Devils stream when this game reaches halftime. I saw Carolina was up 3-0. I know it's 3-1 now, but Carolina starting off that series hot and ready. Brogdon sends it up ahead to Jason Tatum. Tatum goes on in for the layup. It's blocked. And the Sixers get the rebound, and they go up the other way, and that layup is good. A quick turn of events. Maxi's scoring, and is 33-26. Pass. Smart fakes the three over to Brogdon. Brogdon passes it back to Tatum. Tatum a spin move. With 3 seconds left on a shot clock, a whistle. Oh, your stream's over because the game was super boring? Oh, my goodness. Well, it was funny because during the commercial break, I was just talking about how I'm excited to broadcast MLB games this summer with the pitch clock because a lot of Red Sox games I broadcasted in the past were wicked long and boring and blowouts and stuff. So that's kind of funny. I was literally just talking about that last commercial break. First free throw is good by Tatum. Also, Sam, I should let you know, in terms of my broadcasting for the fall, I know you can still do your Bruins broadcast. I don't care. I'll try to, if anything, I'll stream in Kyle's room. But every Jaguars game, and if I can, every New York Mets playoff game, I'm going to try to broadcast on the channel. So just letting you know for future reference. At least that's what I plan to do. But who knows? The Mets love to lose to the Detroit Tigers, so who even knows if they're going to make the playoffs at this point? 35-26. Faking the three. Going on into the paint. And no good. Brogdon able to pick up the rebound. That shot attempt was by DeAnthony Melton. The Celtics bring it the other way. Brogdon. Shots blocked, and we get a whistle. And 9:55 to go. It looks like Brogdon's going to go up to the free throw line. Yep. Interfered there by Melton, who's been on the floor quite a bit tonight. 76ers, I think they're resting up some of their stars for later in this game. But with that made free throw, it is now a 10-point contest. Brogdon. Second free throw is also good, making that an 11-point game, now 37-26. So Sixers got to get some sort of offense here. to stick with Boston. Down low Embiid. Nice pass to Harden, and Harden shot's no good, claims his own rebound. Harden, Tatum, all over Harden. He goes into the paint, and the pass is taken away by Brogdon, and a whistle, and I believe a foul on Tatum. So now we will get more free throws, and Joe Mazzulla, obviously, telling his defense, you got to cover better, or something along the lines of that. Here comes Harden for the free throws. This is 156th career playoff game, and shot's good. Making it a 10-point game. Of course, Harden started off as an Oklahoma City Thunder, was traded to the Rockets, and then he went to the Nets. The Celtics swept Brooklyn in the playoffs last year. Just thought I mentioned that. And Harden first year with the Sixers. That free throw is good. 37-28. By the way, the Nets, also the team that the 76ers beat in the first round of this year. It was a clean sweep. And that ball almost goes in for Brogdon, but the Sixers pick up the rebound. Here comes Harden. James Harden between the legs twice. Harris, the pass. And here's a three off the rim. No good. Brogdon sends it up ahead to Marcus Smart. And Smart, a shot. No good. Well, he isn't Superman. He has hit a couple of deep threes, but always throwing shade at Brooklyn. Yeah. Here's that shot's good by Tobias Harris. Now cut the lead to 7. I remember when we were younger, the Brooklyn Nets were terrible, and I felt so bad for them. But then when they got Durant and Irving and Simmons and Harden, I was like, they're building an all-star team out here. And then when the Celtics just swept them last year, I was like, what the heck? That three is good by Grant Williams and is 40-30. Grant Williams hits his second three of the game and right up the other way. A layup is good by Tyrese Maxey. Fast break points 9-2 in favor of the Sixers. However, the 3-point differential much more in the Celtics' favor. Jaylen Brown over to Brogdon. Brogdon, a jump shot, scores. Back to a 10-point game. Sixers want to bring it up ahead. Maxey dishes it over to the left. Harden to Embiid. Nice pass. Embiid keeps that possession away from Marcus Smart. Harden. 3-point attempt. That's off the rim. Williams. Quick pass to Brown. Jaylen Brown up the left side. Working against Tobias Harris. Makes a miss. Nice passing. And Brown almost goes in for the one-handed slam. But it was partially blocked. Harris, Harden, PJ Tucker, who's still yet to have scored a point in the series. Embiid is blocked by Robert Williams. And we get a whistle. With 7:05 to go. Look at Jaylen Brown, almost a one-handed slam. That is ridiculous, but Embiid shuts the door. Oh, man, close but no cigar. And now we will get the Embiid free throws, and the 76ers at most try to cut the deficit back down to 8. Embiid makes the first. Getting Embiid after being the runner-up back-to-back years, winning his first MVP announced last night. And he has followed that up with 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 blocks thus far in the opening game of the series for him. And he does make both free throws, now at 8. We'll cut the deficit back down to 8 with 7 minutes to go in the opening half. Brogdon sends it up ahead. Nice pass, Jaylen Brown, over to Brogdon. Brogdon steps back between the legs. Brogdon goes on into the paint. Layup's no good. And the Sixers, another fast break. And that layup is no good. And Harris there to pick up the rubbish and make it 42-36. Embiid, holding that ankle. Remember, he is fighting a calf injury to play tonight. It was only announced about 3 hours before tip-off he was going to play. That'll be something to keep an eye out for. 42-36, Boston leads. Second commercial break of the quarter. All right, the Hurricanes are up 3-2 over the Devils. Second intermission. And go over the MLB scores real quick. We're going to have some scores that ended today. As I mentioned, the Mets, they can't beat the Detroit Tigers. I don't know what it is. They lost 5-6 in the first game of the doubleheader, and they're currently losing 6-1 in the bottom of the eighth. Way to piss away 2 winnable games, boys. Diamondbacks win a wild one over the Texas Rangers, 12-7. Don't sleep on either of those two teams. Both teams have exceeded my expectations. The Diamondbacks, last I checked, they had about as good of a record as the Padres and the Dodgers, so they're up there for the division lead. And the Rangers, they're competing with the Astros right now. Good for them. Good for both those young franchises. The Giants defeated the Astros 4-2. That game was on MLB Network earlier today. The Dodgers defeated the Phillies 10-6, and the Padres beat the Reds 7-1. On to our current games. The Braves are up 13-4 over the Marlins. The Rays are up 7-1 over the Pirates. Speaking of two other teams that really surprised me this year, the Rays, didn't expect them to be leading the AL East so early. And the Pirates, I would say next to the Diamondbacks, the Pirates are the most surprised team this year. My opinion, but at least that's what I think. Yankees, Guardians tied at 2, bottom of the 7th. Cubs and Nationals tied at 1, the top of the 7th. Top of the 5th at Fenway, the Blue Jays are up 3-2 over the Red Sox. Bottom of the 5th, Twins and White Sox tied at 4. Bottom of the 5th, Royals up 1-0 over the Orioles. Top of the 4th, Angels up 3-1 over the Cardinals. Bottom of the 1st, Brewers, Rockies just getting underway. And the last game to start off tonight, Mariners, Athletics, and a West battle at 9:40. Also in soccer action, we had Manchester City defeat West Ham United 3-0 earlier today. There's just to mention that this week's upcoming NASCAR race will be at Kansas. Congratulations to Martin Truex Jr. on winning his first race of the year on Monday at Dover. Dingleberry Sports Highlights, how's it going? Appreciate everyone stopping by on this Wednesday night. The Celtics with the lead over the 76ers. We are in commercial break. Another thing I should mention about future MLB broadcasts is I have T-Mobile on my phone, so I do get MLB TV free. So, just letting you guys know, I pretty much have access to, as long as it's not ESPN Plus or Apple TV restricted game, please let me know any MLB broadcasts you want me to do around like July, because I could do them if you request them. As Jaylen Brown with a deep 3. Again, of course, pending my work schedule, but I'll still probably broadcast a lot in my free time. Brown, 16 points on the night. He had 13 in the first. That was his first basket all second quarter. And Embiid's pass out of bounds. It was deflected off Derek White. So the Celtics will continue to, I guess, reach for passes they probably shouldn't reach for. The 76ers are going to keep possession here. And that was one where Embiid's pass was so far out of bounds, like, don't need to touch it. Embiid now heads to the bench. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Sixers inbound it behind the basket. Harris, a deep 2, off the rim and no good. Tatum picks up the rebound. Here comes Jason Tatum. Tatum A three off the rim. Good coverage there from Paul Reed. And now Reed with the basket and the two-handed slam. 45-38. Nice assist there from James Harden. Reed with the no-look assist earlier this quarter. He has the play of the game, in my opinion. As that shot by Grant Williams is no good, and a Sixer is on the floor. That is P.J. Tucker. Play of the game definitely goes to either Reed's assist or Brogdon's just past half-court three. Either one of those two plays was awesome. Marcus Smart's three-pointer, too, was pretty incredible. Tatum already has 3 fouls. My goodness. Tatum's got to get out of foul trouble here. Harden. Brown covering. Harden slowly walks up between the legs twice, makes a nice move, and blocked by Al Horford. Oh, what a block. The layup, no good. Celtics bring it up the other way. Derek White interfered with and off the basket. And I think we will get some free throws here for Boston. What a block by Al Horford. Signed a 2-year contract earlier this season. He really doesn't want to retire. I know that was the rumor last year after the finals. He stuck around. He signed a 2-year contract. And Horford has been in the league since, I want to say, 2006, 2007, early to late 2000s. He's still looking for his first ever NBA ring. He's been on a lot of talented teams. Last year was the closest he got to it. Smart substituted back on as Grant Williams gets substituted out. Derek White for his free throw attempt. He's got it. 9-point game, 47-38. Harden moving up ahead. Another nice no-look pass. This one to Tucker. Tucker back to Harden. And a whistle, and I want to say a travel by the Sixers. Let's see. Oh, no. Tucker interfered with Jaylen Brown. I can tell the crowd is getting into the Sixers' head right now. As the drone flies over, Marcus Smart will send it up court for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown pass Horford. Wide open three, and he missed it. A rebound. Oh! He splashes the rebound. 50 on the board. And a timeout burnt by the Sixers. That is how you respond when you get your own rebound. Not too shabby. It's 50-38. All right. All right, I guess I can give. What I can do is... I'll wait until halftime to give my NHL playoff predictions. Usually we play a Sporkle quiz too, so maybe I'll do that. I'll probably also take a break during halftime, but that's not until halftime. The Marlins are crawling their way back. Wouldn't have expected that. But 13-6 now. If you had the over, you nailed it. Looks like no other scores have changed. 9-1, Tigers about to beat the Mets for the second time today. And I shouldn't be shocked saying that, but I am, because It's the Detroit Tigers. And we aren't playing up to standards right now. All right. Still 3-1 Carolina over New Jersey. I will say though, props to the Devils. I mean, I honestly expected the Rangers to win at first, and of course when the Rangers won back-to-back blowouts in games 1 and game 2, and they had to literally switch to a third-string goalie, I'm like, well, there we go, Rangers in 5, right? Not the case. And fought back, and well, looks like they're gonna have to do the same thing against the Hurricanes if they want to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2012, which was also the last time they were in the Cup Finals. As we head back at commercial break, let me just give you a quick little recap there. So it was 3-0 Hurricanes at first. Goals were scored by, I don't know if this was in order or not, but Jesperi Kotkaniemi scored, Brett Pesce scored, and Seth Jarvis scored. Nate Sebastian scored one back for New Jersey. Frederick Anderson's only made 7 saves on the night. Schmid, he allowed 3 goals on 11 shots. Now Vitek Vanecek takes his place and has made 5 saves. Devils got to score 2 more to tie up that game and potentially force overtime. A 12-point difference here in Boston, 50-38. The Celtics lead, and they've had a dominant second quarter after a very tight opening quarter. That shot is good, and back to a 10-point game. That is Tyrese Maxey. Marcus Smart. Pass to Derek White. Jaylen Brown. Pass to Horford. Back. Brogdon. A 3. No good. Just off the rim. Maxey Harden, Melton, Reed, Harris on the floor for the Sixers. And if they announce who's on the floor for the Celtics, it's Horford, Brown, White, Smart, Brogdon. Oh, there we go. I didn't even need that graphic. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, nice move there again from Maxey. Pump fake, score on the layup. It is an 8-point game, 50-42. Smart, pass, Horford fakes the 3, crashes on into the paint. Smart, Brogdon, pass to Derek White. Marcus Smart pumps, goes on into the paint, can't score, and he tried to draw a foul to no cigar. And now the Sixers come rushing up the other way. Harden, up a whistle. And we could get an offensive foul on Philly. Of course, we've had some amazing Philadelphia-Boston rivalries, Celtics and Sixers back in the 1983 playoffs. Of course, Bruins-Flyers 2010, Super Bowl 39 and 52. Horford's 3 is no good. A lot of history between these two sports-heavy cities. Unfortunately, the Red Sox and Phillies have never met in the World Series, but that could be the case soon. Both teams are kind of trending in the right direction, Phillies especially. Embiid scores, and Sixers knocking at the door, making it a 6-point game, 50-44 Embiid, now with 10 points on the night. He's chilling at 8 points for a while. Here's Jaylen Brown. Brown, nice pass back. Grant Williams fakes the 3, shoots it. It's a brick, and the Sixers would have had another 2 points if the referees didn't blow the whistle as Moxie was getting free. Look at this. Maxey, he interfered with Derek White. Yep, you got to do the right thing. And that is Maxey's third foul. Got to do the right thing and call the blatant fouls when they're blatant. And now Robert Williams comes on the court for the Celtics, and Jalen McDaniels comes on the court for the Sixers as Maxey gets substituted off. 2:16 to go, opening half. Brown looking for Robert Williams. He inbounds to him. Pass over to Derek White. Quick passing by the Celtics that's been key to so far. Brown, another quick pass. Marcus Smart, a three, just short, off the rim. And here come the Celtics the other way. Tobias Harris, quick pass. McDaniels, that three was wide. Wow. That was, I know he was rushed. He wasn't under pressure, though. Oh, boy. Jaylen Brown gives it away, and up come the Sixers. Harden, Embiid, off the rim, no good, but I think we'll get a foul here on the Celtics. We're just over an hour into the broadcast. Glad to have you all with us here on this lovely Wednesday night here at the TD Garden. Game 2, 2023, second round NBA action. And of course, subscribe here on YouTube for more broadcasts during the summer. I will be broadcasting Game 2 between the Florida Panthers and Toronto Maple Leafs tomorrow at 7 o'clock. In and out, the first free throw for Embiid. And so the score remains 50-44. Embiid led the league, 55% of the field goals, 33.1 points a game. Second straight year he led the league in scoring. I can tell his defense has drastically improved over the last couple of seasons as well. Embiid, second free throw is good. 50-45, Derek White over to Marcus Smart. Smart moves up ahead, tries the layup and scores. 52-45. Here comes Harden. Harden goes to the right side. Quick passing by the Sixers. Embiid. Gotta shoot it. One on the shot clock. It's blocked by Marcus Smart. Smart with a nice move behind the back. Horford to White. Bang! Back to a 10-point lead for the Celtics. Look at Blake Griffin on the bench. Blake is fired up. Oh, I love to see Blake Griffin come in the game. Played a little bit the last time I commentated the Celtics game was back on March 7th when they played my favorite Western Conference team, the Portland Trailblazers. Embiid with a two-handed slam makes the score 55-47. Smart. Spin move. Good defense here by Philadelphia. He's got to pass it back. Smart just lobs up a shot and he scores. Well, I guess if it works, it works. 10-point lead for the Celtics once again. The Sixers with their last rush of the half. Harden getting furious with some of his players. He's got no passing lane. Harden just fires away a deep three. It's off the rim. Harris gets the rebound. Tobias Harris, a fadeaway, scores. 1.7 to go. The Celtics elect to not call a timeout. Jaylen Brown, a half-court shot's not even close. And that's how we reach halftime. It is 57-49. The Celtics dominant that entire quarter. May take a lead heading into halftime. All right, so what we're going to do this halftime is NHL playoff predictions, Sporkle, and then I'm probably just going to take a break for the remainder, probably like 5 or so minutes. Depends on how long the quiz is, but all right, quickly I'll go over my NHL Cup, Stanley Cup second round predictions. I have the Hurricanes over the Devils in 6. I have the Golden Knights over the Oilers in 6. I have the Stars over the Kraken in 7. And then the toughest series, in my opinion, to predict, Panthers Maple Leafs. It's mind-boggling that one of these two teams are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Same thing with the Devils if they pull back and win their series. But I'm going to go with Panthers in 7. I think they do just like what they did in Boston. They fall behind early in the series. They rally back. I don't know. I know they won game 1, but I do expect Toronto to win tomorrow. Maybe Toronto goes on a little winning streak after that. And they come back, and just like they did in Boston, maybe in Toronto, overtime game 7, Connor Verhaeghe scores again. You never know. But I'll go with Panthers in 7, I guess. I wouldn't be shocked if Toronto won the series, though. All right. I like this one. NBA playoffs. Oh, wait a minute. I think I've done that one before. I only know we could try NBA top 10 scoring from the 2000s. We could try, but I don't know how good this is going to go. But whenever I do broadcast an NBA game, I try. Maybe if this does go quick / poorly, maybe I'll just bang out a quick NFL one. I'll do like another short NFL quiz, but we'll see what happens. All right, LeBron James. Wait a minute. Scoring of the 2000s, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. How I spelled Dirk Nowitzki. How I spelled Nowinski. Here we go. Bang! There he goes. Other for points and rebounds. Wayne Wade. No. Chris Bosh. No. It's 2000s, maybe 2010s. I do a little better. Allen Iverson, bang, there we go. Iverson was second in points. Wow, good for him. And on the assists. All right, well, at least we got one player in each category. I don't know how that makes me feel, but at least that makes me feel smart. There's got to be a Smith. No. What about a Jones? Very common last names. I want to take my brownie points. Not the case. Carmelo Anthony was late 2000s. Gasol? No. O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq's on there for rebounds and blocks. Good. Yeah, we're not gonna get all 50. Grant Hill, or was he more 90s? He was probably more 90s. Isaiah Thomas, I feel like, was too. Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, not the former Celtic player Isaiah Thomas. I know he was primarily 2010s. I feel like I gotta know more than just this. Scottie Pippen, a Trailblazers legend, Scottie Pippen. I wouldn't mind getting a Scottie Pippen Trailblazers jersey just because I like the Trailblazers. Like, it would make sense for me to get one. And I love Scottie. I like Scottie Pippen more than Michael Jordan, believe it or not. I like Michael Jordan a lot too. Yes, I think he's better than LeBron. Sorry, not sorry. Jason Kidd could be on here. He is for. Where's Kidd? Oh, he leads over 7,000 assists. Good for him. Is there a guy named like Marshall or something? I don't know. LeBron James isn't on here. He was drafted 103, I thought. I don't know. We got 15 out of 50, though. I'll take it. Yeah, we'll do a quick NFL one. Paul Pierce, Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett, Tracy Grady, Ray Allen. Why didn't I just guess half these people? Gary Payton, Chauncey. I thought Billups was more 90s, I'm not going to lie. Steve Nash, Ben Wallace for rebounds and assists. That makes sense. I haven't heard of a few of these guys, like Antoine Jameson. I've heard of Lamar Odom, but I wouldn't have guessed him. Sam Castle, I've never heard of. Rashad Wallace, Andre Kerr. Oh, no, I've heard of Karenko before. Theo Ratliff, though. Got 30%, the average 56. Well, what do you know? Again, every NBA stream, I try an NBA Sporticle, but watch me cook on NFL. I can do an NHL one, too. I'll do NHL. I could do NFL. I could do NFL because of draft. NFL draft. Let's do NFL draft ones. Colleges with 5+ first-round picks. Yeah, let's try this one. Oh, man, like how many? Okay, this is nice. Alabama, Georgia, Florida. Yeah, both Florida and Florida State. Notre Dame. No. Syracuse is on there. Donovan McNabb, second overall in 1999. Not even this is a little hard. Ohio State, that was going to be on here. Cool. We have Penn State. Pittsburgh. All right. Cool. Clemson. Oh, well, the NFL draft just happened. What the heck? If you haven't checked out my live reaction to the Jaguars draft pick, make sure you go check it out. It's on the channel. That'll be a good time to watch. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes long while we're still in halftime. 1939 to 43, and it's seriously not Notre Dame's not on here. That's not. Nebraska? No. Kentucky? Probably not. Oh, Duke will be on here. No Duke? Really? Wow, I thought Duke was gonna be on here. LSU, here we go. Texas. Longhorns? Not the Longhorns? Wow. What about, really, Texas? Oklahoma is gonna be another one. A little bit. Oregon. No, really? Wow. How was Oregon not on here? Florida State isn't on here. Damn. Oh, I'm happy though. TCU, no, they were just good this year. It's good that I'm learning something. How about Louisville? Probably not. I'm missing some obvious colleges. I clearly must be 95 to 2008. Not Ohio State or Oklahoma. Let's find out here. Oh, obviously, Miami, Florida. Okay, so I got 52. The average was 58. Okay, yeah, Miami. Okay, Hurricanes. Texas A&M. That would have been another good guess. Oh, that was the obvious one I was missing right there was Michigan. I'm missing like a Pac-12 or like a Big Ten school. Yep. Wow, there's the Big Ten school, Big Michigan, Michigan State too, Maryland in the 50s. Okay, Michigan again. Yep. not get Michigan. Minnesota makes sense. Tennessee. South Carolina I wasn't going to get. Tennessee Volunteers. I was hoping I would do a little bit better with that. I'm shocked to hell that Notre Dame isn't on there, though. All right. Well, that was fun. We did 2 Sporkle quizzes. We didn't do as good as I'd hope on either one. I did NBA 2000 scoring leaders. I got 15 out of 50. And yeah, the college football one was a little bit better, but not by a crazy amount. I'll head back whenever the second quarter is. I'll be shortly. So about like less than 5 minutes. So I'll be back. Let me go rest up. Third quarter NBA playoff action coming up. Celtics ahead of the Sixers here in game 2. All right, we are just back out of halftime. Welcome, everybody, here in the third quarter where the Celtics lead the 76ers in Game 2, 57-49, and now 59-49 as Marcus Smart hits a two-pointer. So glad to have you with us here. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone. Played some Sporkle during halftime. I got a much-needed 4 or 5 minute break, and now ready to call a second half action here at the TD Garden. Joel Embiid covered greatly by Al Horford. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. A fadeaway, and he scores. 51 on the board now for the 76ers. Up ahead, Tatum, pass to Horford. Over to Jaylen Brown! A one-handed slam! There you go, JB7. Look at that young man fly. It is back to a 10-point game. Joel Embiid back. Maxey back. PJ Tucker a three. He's got it. And PJ Tucker has just scored his first points of the series. Took him 6 quarters, but it happened. And the Celtics respond with another three by Brown. And the Celtics are keeping their 10-point lead intact. Embiid, Horford covering, back to Tobias Harris. Harris goes on in, pass to Tucker, over to Embiid. Embiid back, Harris, three, no good as the shot clock ran out. Tatum speeds up the other way, loses the ball. Sixers keep possession, and Harris moving up the other way. Nice pass to Embiid, and he missed! Oh, poor Derek White was alone, and Embiid misses the shot. That's incredible. Here come the Celtics the other way. Smart to Brown, and Brown gets the ball taken away from him, and a whistle. Tatum, good pass to Al Horford. Another quick pass to Brown. Bam! Like a volleyball spike, and that deep three responding to the Sixers' PJ Tucker three, and out Smart inbounds to Brown. Celtics not going down without a fight. They want this series tied heading into Friday night. Brown working against Maxey, takes a shot, scores. He was being fouled. No free throw awaiting, but the score is now 12 for Boston. Harris. Brown now 23. Harden. Embiid, the fadeaway, in and out. Celtics bring it up ahead. Brown off the pass from Tatum. Another deep three. He has been money from that left-handed spot. Doesn't score there. And the Sixers send it up ahead, down 12. Maxey, the pass. Embiid a three. Off the rim, no good. Tatum picks up the rubbish. Over to Marcus Smart. Smart, waiting, back to Tatum. Tatum, pass to the right. Here's Horford, a three, in and out. Harris brings the rebound through center. Past the three-point line. Quick pass over to Embiid. Horford, nice defense as Brown steals for the Celtics. Brown, Horford, three. No good. Both teams are attempting a lot of three-pointers right now, and not a lot are going in unless your name's Jaylen Brown. What's up, Kyle? Thanks for stopping by. Here's Harden, a deep three. And again, no good. Now under 8 minutes to go. Oh, my God. Both teams combined are 0 for 6 on their last three-point attempts, especially the Sixers. They got to start capitalizing on these missed baskets here. Brown works around Harden and Tucker and crashes through Tucker on his way to the basket. And let's take a look at the replay. That was a very close three-point attempt by James Harden. And Brown just running through Tucker on his way to the basket. And Tucker comes up and says, "Come on, how's that foul on me?" Well, it was. And now Brown looking for 25 as he has both throws at the free throw line. And he's got the first one. now up by 13. I believe the Celtics' biggest lead was 14 or 15 points, so they are nearing a new game high for their largest lead. Second free throw is also good, 68-54. Sixers not calling a timeout. We stay in play. Harris flips it to Harden. To Embiid. Back to Harden. Harden! Hit! And he is down and he is covering his eye. And he got hit into. And I don't want to sound disrespectful to James Harden. He did get hit in the arm by Tatum. But that's going to be a foul on Tatum there, as it should be. But just trying to make a play on the ball, and he whacked Harden in the nose. And down he went. But he is still down, and we're heading to commercial break. Okay, and this is where, as a diehard hockey fan, I begin to giggle. How? You want to know how many times players get smashed in glass boards? The glass, the boards, open ice check, and they get up 5 seconds later. And to see James Harden on the ground, damn near unconscious, after getting an arm to the face by Tatum. And I get that hurts. Arm to the face by Tatum hurts. Don't get me wrong. He's on the ground for a few seconds. I get it. That's just reaction. But come on, dude. Come on. I'm sorry, but this is where, I've been watching hockey for 13 years of my life compared to pretty much for the NBA. I just watch the Celtics every year and the NBA Finals. So, again, I'm more used to how hockey works. And it's just like in these sports, like basketball and soccer, it's like, I don't want to sound mean. I get it. Like, again, to Harden, that arm to the face by Tatum, that hurts. But to go to the ground and then now we have to sit through a commercial break. Like, you guys get where I'm coming from, right? Harden's all right, which is why I'm going off on this. This isn't like, a serious issue. I mean, I did the Bills-Bengals game where DeMar Hamlin suffered that huge injury, right? So, like, I'm only going off on a tangent because it's a commercial break, and I forgot that the Devils Hurricanes game was on. So let me go check what that is. Oh, it's 4-1 Carolina. Okay. Well, that game's over. Carolina's going to take a 1-0 series lead. Brady Shea, former Ranger, he said, "How dare you take out my former team in the playoffs?" He scored the goal on him. There we go. Golden Knights Oilers starting in about 10 minutes on ESPN. What's up to Evil the Hope? What an amazing draft, right? The Jaguars didn't draft their secondary until the 6th round. Oh, what a draft. I'm not complaining with Harrison. I think we got a good offensive lineman, but I mean, I don't know. I think we really addressed our needs during the draft. We got a lot of linebackers and defensive ends, which is like, okay, that's fine, but like we didn't need that. So I'm kind of like, where am I at? But the Vikings had a good draft. I got a good receiver in the first round, a much needed wide receiver now that Adam Thielen went to Carolina. Yeah. I mean, I just love it. The last time I was broadcasting, the Timberwolves and the Wilds were in the playoffs, and now they both aren't. And I feel bad. Whenever a Minnesota team loses in the playoffs, I immediately think of you. And then I think back of the time when I broadcasted the Giants-Vikings wildcard game, and I'm like, why doesn't Minnesota win anything? I mean, at least the Twins are doing decent to start off the year, but anyway, 76ers, Embiid loses the ball. It trickles out, and it's going to be Celtics ball. And Embiid is furious with the official. And now PJ Tucker yelling at him. Let's see the replay. This ball bounces off of either Embiid or Smart last. Horford was also in the mix. That was a tough bang-bang play. I think that is Embiid who touched the ball last. Great eye by the official. I would have thought it was Smart at live speed. Here comes Jaylen Brown off the inbound for the Celtics. Brown between the legs, fires a three. That's no good, and Grant Williams can pick up the rebound. Up ahead, here comes James Harden. Harden up the other way. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Lobs went up and no good. And he, after getting that arm to the face from Tatum, he must have 20/20 vision because he's back out there. East Coast Gridiron. I don't think I've heard of that, but if you say he's a Jags fan, he's a great content creator. Might have to check him out. He was livid about the picks. I wasn't livid about the picks, but I mean, we drafted 2 linebackers when we didn't need to. Chad Muma and Devin Lloyd were fantastic rookies last year. His first free throw was good for the Sixers. We didn't address secondary until the 6th round, and that was because of safety from Texas A&M. I think it was Johnson. He just kept on falling. It's like we came to the point where we had no choice but to get him. And then we got that wide receiver out of Penn State who I hope just takes over Marvin Jones as the wide receiver 4. That Tatum 3 is no good. But, we targeted offensive line in the first round and then got a running back, which we needed a legit backup running back because, DeAndre Johnson and Michael Hasty, they're all right, but you needed a legit running back too. So, I'm fine with the pick, but you could have drafted a running back later. I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, more on the Jaguars during the commercial break. But overall, I thought their draft was okay. Here's a 3 and good by Derek White. 71-55. Celtics lead, 6:20 and counting third quarter. Sixers have only 1 point in the last 4.5 minutes, and if I'm not mistaken, that was off a free throw. Here's a shot from Harden. No good. Horford gets the rebound. Tatum brings it up ahead. Tatum goes on into the basket. No good. Back over to Al Horford, a 3. That's also no good. Back-to-back, no good shots. And again, whenever the Celtics miss, the Sixers have to score. Got to capitalize and trim this lead down, or else this thing becomes a blowout. 16-point lead for the Celtics, and they'll remain that way. A shot from Maxi's no good. Up ahead, Jason Tatum into the paint, or rather Derek White gets his own rebound and scores. It's now an 18-point game. The wheels are coming off the wagon for the 76ers. Derek White thought that play was broken up by PJ Tucker. Not the case. One of East Coast Gridiron's main things he watches. Hundreds of hours of college tape to understand the draft prospects. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Name's Dante. Sounds pretty cool. Hundreds of hours of college tape. And then after the players get drafted, it feels like. I mean, one of my best friends in college, all he did was make 75 different mock drafts. So I get the studying college film is important, but I don't know. I'm getting more and more into college football each year. It just kind of stinks that my 2 favorite programs, the Florida Gators and the Boston College Eagles, are just they're so average. Florida hasn't been good since Tim Tebow left. I mean, they haven't been elite contender since Tim Tebow left. Let me put it that way, because I mean that 2020 team with Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts, like that was a special team, but we didn't go anywhere. Are you making mock drafts for next year? You're crazy. Way too early mock drafts. I gotta figure out what time I gotta film my predicting every NFL game video. That'll probably be in August, but I do want to film that. Yeah, school went great. Yep, I came back yesterday, which is why I'm gonna be broadcasting more consistently. I'll be live again tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock your time for Maple Leafs Panthers NHL playoffs. But yeah, no, I mean school went great. Passed all my grades. I mean, when your lowest grade's an 89, I ain't complaining. Yeah, school went great. Made a lot of friends. Got a lot of broadcasting experiences, and as the big thing, I did get a broadcasting position for a local baseball team that's 20 minutes away from my house. I'm going to be starting work with them in a couple of weeks. Their first game of the season, I think, is May 25th. And then I think their first game of the season is Thursday the 25th. And then the first game I only cover the home games, will be May 26th, Friday. Now, I know once my broadcasting position starts like 2.5 or more like 2 weeks away from now, I get it. YouTube is going to be on the back burner. This is a paid position. So, I got to put all my broadcasting effort into that, right? But whenever I have time, I will make sure to go on YouTube. And as I mentioned, once July comes around, I want to commentate some more baseball. Why would Asian parents be disappointed in me? What did I say? I'm beginning a paid position. Oh, that's why. Oh my goodness. OnlyFans. Oh my goodness. Ain't nobody want to see that. Ask Mandy Rose, the former WWE wrestler. Tell her how's that going. At a commercial break, 73-55 Boston leads. Harris fakes the three over to Joel Embiid, who kicks it out to Tucker. Back to Harris, a three. Scores. So 58 on the board. Harris expect nothing but perfect grades. Oh, my goodness. We are not stereotypical here, I promise. But I mean, my parents were thrilled. My highest grade was like a 94, so I'm like an A- average student, which is pretty much what I was in high school, so I'll take it. Jaylen Brown's turnaround three is no good. B+ is considered failing. Yeah, well, not in the United States, it's not. BJ Tucker off the backboard and in, 13-point difference now. Yeah, but anyways. Yeah, no, college was terrific. I loved it. And next year should be even more fun because, yeah, I don't know. I'll try to film more videos during college next year, though. I actually made a huge announcement. We'll get to that in a second, actually. Derek White hits another 16-point game. In the fall, I will try to broadcast every New York Mets playoff game. And then, obviously, Jaguars games once a week. I'm willing to make time once a week if I'm free to do Jaguar games. So that's pretty much all my only plans for next year. And then probably once I get on, like, winter break and stuff, I'll be doing, like, Bruins games and Celtics games and stuff. But we'll see. Joel Embiid turns around twice and shoots it on Grant Williams. And Williams was saying, no basket. I don't know what he was talking about, but that was clearly in. 14-point lead for the Celtics. White over to Brown. Jaylen Brown, one-handed layup, no good. Horford scores the rebound. And that's the one thing that Al Horford has been great at last playoffs and this playoffs, and that is scoring in the paint with the occasional 3-point shot. Second chance points 14-6 in favor of the C's. PJ Tucker. Pass. Nice keeping by Maxey, who shoots an off-center 3, and Horford is there to get the rebound. Up ahead, Horford, Jaylen Brown. Brown, spin move, back to Brogdon. 381 on the board. 19-point game, tying the highest lead in a giveaway. White scores on the layup. Maxey was caught napping, and Derek White answers the wake-up call. 21-point game. This is turning into a rout here in the Garden. As we head to commercial break, 76ers call a timeout. Holy jumping. I can't believe what we're witnessing. The Sixers are not playing well. They kept it close in the first quarter, but Sixers, they have not been playing great since the second quarter. And now, trail by 21 points, the biggest lead of the night for the Celtics. Remember, they only won game 1 by 4, so Celtics just had to fix a couple of things, and they had game 2 in the bag. And obviously, it's not over, but obviously, if the Sixers go on like a 10-0 run or something, that they're still in this game. But anyway. Hurricanes Devils is officially in the books. The Hurricanes won 5-1. Not a good start for New Jersey, but they also got destroyed in game 1 against the Rangers, and they won that series, right? So who knows? You don't want to commentate on games. I'm not throwing the Pirates and the Royals. Yeah. Regular season, I'll broadcast any team. Like seriously, I have MLB TV, so like if you want me to commentate like a Twins game down the road, like in July where I have the day off, like let me know. Harden, that shot's no good. Yeah, I have MLB TV, so as long as it's not ESPN Plus or Apple TV, I can watch it. Another 3 by the Celtics. Wow, 26-point difference. That is wild. But I say Mets because the Mets have a better shot at making the playoffs over the Red Sox. And if the Mets and Red Sox aren't in the playoffs, I don't know if I'm going to commentate. Because remember, by that point, I'm going to be back on campus, as that 3's good. And obviously, as you saw this year, when I'm on college campus, the video content comes from here to like here. Like I'll still try to post, it goes from 3 to 4 videos a week to 3 to 4 videos a month. So when I'm in college, so yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm picky with the teams I like to broadcast sometimes. That 3 is good by Grant Williams. Another good assist by Jaylen Brown is back to a 26-point game, 89-63. This is an absolute rout here in the Garden. Harden shots blocked. Here comes Brogdon. Stops. 3. Money. 92 on the board. The Garden is rocking. Oh, finally, this dreaded streak at the Garden is going to come to a close. Bruins lose 3 in a row at home. Celtics lose 2 in a row at home. Harris gets the layup, 65 on the board for the Sixers. But if all goes well, the Celtics, barring a collapse and a half here, the Bruins, or rather, barring a Bruin-like collapse, the Celtics will win. Usually I'm pissed about the Bruins losing, but honestly, they deserve all the shade after the series they just lost. So, I'm sorry. I'm being a dead horse. I don't care. Until next season, I am irate that the Bruins lost to the Panthers. I'd love to hear you call a Twins game. Maybe Twins-Mets. I know the Mets and Red Sox play sometimes in July. So my goal is commentating 2 out of the 3 games of that series. We'll see. I'll do what my work schedule does. Or maybe I'll be covering like an afternoon game or something and I could broadcast on my channel at night. Remember, that's always a possibility. If I have work in the afternoon or vice versa, you never know. Robert Williams swats it away. Half-court shot is no good. 92-65. Good Lord, this is a beatdown and a half. The Celtics bringing the backups. Boston dominating here in game 2. I'll be right back after this short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. The fourth quarter coming up here at the Go. All right, fourth quarter ready to get underway here in Boston. The Celtics are up by so much. So much. It's crazy. So, usually what I like to do in blowouts, still obviously called the play-by-play, but if you guys want to have a Q&A or something during the fourth quarter, fine by me. I only do this in blowouts, but if you guys want to comment, whatever you want to comment, just let me know. I should mention another broadcast I want to do. I don't know if I can yet, but what I want to do. Next Saturday, the May 13th, that's the XFL championship game between the Dallas Renegades and the DC Defenders. Now, if you guys know me, you know I'm a big USFL guy, and I do watch a little bit of the XFL too. So, again, just thinking out loud for the future, that is another broadcast you might expect me to do. And again, this Friday, not sure yet. I made plans Friday, but if I am free Friday night, I will do another Massachusetts Pirates indoor football game. I've been to 2 of their games, and they won both of them, so maybe I'm their good luck charm. I think they're back on the road this week. Marcus Smart, pass, And a 3 is good by Grant Williams. And that's a 30. 3-0. 3-0. That's better. 3-0. Point difference. Like 3-0. These are 2 threes. All right. Here's a 3. And that's good. My McDaniels. And I guess the 76ers just trying to play catch up at this point any way they can. Robert Williams tips in for 2. And the Celtics looking to reach triple digits before the Sixers even reach 70. A deep 3, way wide of the mark. Horford up ahead to Smart. Marcus Smart working on into the paint. Beautiful spin move. Doesn't get the layup. Grant Williams fakes the 3. Back over. Brogdon. 3! And the Celtics hit triple digits. 32-point beatdown. I can't believe what we are witnessing here at the Garden. Out of bounds. Joel Embiid and the Sixers, well, let's put it to you this way. The Sixers have only beaten the Celtics once in the playoffs with Embiid in the playoffs hanging into tonight. It looks like that will continue as league MVP, a very quiet second half. Off the fingertips of McDaniels and up ahead. Here come the Celtics. They got the backups in. Peyton Pritchard. The pass to Brogdon, no good. I like Peyton Pritchard a lot. I hope he can get a couple of points tonight. He's got about 9.5 minutes to do so. A quick pass, a 3, and it's good for the Sixers. Georges Niang with the 3. Marcus Smart. Nice move. Back over to Grant Williams. That 3 bounces in and out. A 29-point game here at the TD Garden. He'll take a miracle now. Reed dishes it over to Melton. Melton, the pass back to number 20. That's Niang. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. I will be referring to my roster quite a bit here. As I've mentioned before, I'm pretty comfortable with the 76ers starters, but when it comes to their backups, I got to refer to my roster a little bit more than frequently. So if I'm looking down, that's why. I'm just looking at my rosters. Celtics, I mean, even the bench players, I pretty much know well. 0.6 left on the shot clock, and that layup's no good, and now it'll be Celtics ball. There's Doc Rivers. This is his first year as Sixers head coach. Not bad. Took him out of the first round. Of course, last time the Celtics won the NBA Finals, Game 6 2008 against the Lakers in this building, Doc Rivers was the head coach. I'm trying to do the same as Joe Mazzulla in his first year as the head coach. I mean, what a crazy story that is for the Celtics. I mean, Ime Udoka leads the team to the NBA Finals. An incident with a female comes out. The Celtics fire him a week later. They promote Mazzulla. They hire Mazzulla as a full-time coach in January. And here they are in the second round of the playoffs looking to make their second straight NBA Finals. Now remember, the last time the Celtics won a final, that was in 2008. They are 0-2 since then, with a plethora of just first, second, and third round defeats in between. Last year they got by Milwaukee. That's a foul on Philadelphia. Last year they got past Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Miami, and Golden State stopped them in the finals. Right now they've taken care of the Hawks. They got the Sixers. They got maybe a Miami Heat rematch. Maybe they play The New York Knicks renew that rivalry. Brogdon's shot's no good. Celtics have been stuck at 100 points for a while here. Maybe they renew their rivalry with the Knicks. Maybe they have a rematch with the Warriors. Maybe they face another young team like the Suns or the Nuggets. Second free throw by Brogdon's good. I would have liked seeing the Sacramento Kings make it out of the first round, too. I mean, what a season they had. Props to Mike Brown winning Coach of the Year and De'Aaron Fox winning the first, something Player of the Year award. I know De'Aaron Fox came home with some award. I'm blanking on the name of it, though, unfortunately. Reed hits the layup. 101-73, 7.5 to go. Peyton Pritchard is yet to score a point in tonight's game. Grant Williams over to number 30. I don't see Blake Griffin. I wonder where he is. Number 30 for the Celtics is... Oh, Sam Hauser. Yeah. Okay, I've heard of that name before. I would love to see Blake Griffin on the court, though. No need to play Robert Williams right now. Sixers get another basket. 75 on the board with 7 minutes to go. Richard works up court from the left side. Pass to Brogdon. Brogdon goes on in for the layup. Off the rim, no good. 76ers bring it up ahead. And a nice pass. And a three is no good. Shot attempted by Daniel House Jr. And a timeout called. 6:48 to go. I do have to step away for just a minute. Perfect timing. It's 10 o'clock. I will be right back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Celtics up by, quite a bit. They've had this game once since about midway through the third quarter. But if you want to chill out, ask some questions in the chat, let me know. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, just at commercial break, just over 6 minutes remaining here at the TD Garden. And what a beatdown we have in store. It's the Beantown Beatdown, Boston behind Malcolm Brogdon and Jaylen Brown. Slapping the Sixers 101-75. Game 5 of the series will be Friday night. I do plan on now that we know the series is going 5, I do plan on broadcasting another game or two from this series. 3 is good for Grant Williams. As I mentioned, I will be pretty busy this weekend, so I'll try my best to squeeze in whatever I can. But, I mean, next weekend, other than Saturday, I'm pretty much going to be wide open with doing whatever. So, guys want any NBA or NHL playoff commentaries, just be aware that I am on the East Coast. So if you do request a Western Conference game, if it starts at like 10:30, I may not want to do it. So request Eastern games preferably. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be back on at 7 for Maple Leafs Panthers, and we'll see how that goes. As Hauser's shot's no good, Peyton Pritchard. Hey, a 3! Yes, I love Peyton Pritchard. He got a 3. He's got points tonight. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, attaboy, Pritchard. What's up, Zoe? Thanks for hopping back in. Hey, it's all right. You guys will bounce back. You guys will bounce back on Friday. I think you guys, this is a little fluke you got going here. I think the Sixers are going to put up a much better fight Friday in front of the home crowd. Celtics just been dominating since the second quarter, and they just took off. Nothing much else to say than that. Pritchard, nice pass over to Derek White. White a 3. Oh, my goodness. Here's a block again. Robert Williams with another block. My Lord. 5 minutes left. Robert Williams or Marcus Smart, you could argue either of the two for defensive player of the game. Then, obviously giving the offensive player of the game, I feel like giving it to Jaylen Brown, it happens every other game, right? So we'll give offensive player of the game to Brogdon. Why not? We'll throw him a bone. Oh, and for your information, Zoe, it's him, Tui of the Hope calling me Fluff. It's the ongoing joke here on the channel. I will give Tui of the Hope credit. He stopped by my channel when Tom Grassi rated my stream Bills Patriots, week 13 of 2021, and he has stuck with me since. Even though this is literally my first play-by-play broadcast in over a month, he still stops by, he still comments on my channel, and he said Emmanuel Forbes was a reach for the Vikings at 23, even though the Commanders picked him at 16. But anyway, no, if I had a way to mod people on the channel, I probably can. I don't know if I have enough subs though, but I would mod you because you do pretty much stop by every time I do play-by-play, no matter the sport. Here's another 3 for the Celtics. They're just raining threes now, 110-79. Oh, great memory. Love Tom Grassi. He rated my stream twice. It was Patriots-Bills 2021, and then this past year during the 49ers-Seahawks Thursday Night Football game, he rated my stream again. I was like, what the heck? Tom Grassi must love me. Anyway, that shot's good. 112-79. And just for Tom Grassi, I will say the Packers will finish ahead of the Bears in the standings next year. That ain't much. I still think Minnesota and Detroit's better than Green Bay, but I think, even if you're in Green Bay, yeah, sure, it's going to suck without Aaron Rodgers. I get it. But Jordan Love's not going to be bad. That defense isn't terrible. They have a good secondary. And Amos, Alexander, Stokes, relax. Packers are going to be fine. They're going to win 7-8 games next year. Promise. Matt LaFleur, he's not a joke. He knows what he's doing. 3 minutes left in this one, 114-81. I mean, this is an absolute spanking here at the Garden. Oh, another steal. Hauser with a quick pass over to Pritchard. There's letting the clock expire at this point. Pritchard fakes. Pass to, who are you? No good. He had an afro. Who is that? 99 is that? Justin Champagne. I love the name. Yeah. We better pray that love doesn't turn out. Oh my God. As we head into commercial break. Brett Huntley. That's the first time I've said that name on this channel in a long time. Brett Huntley. Huh. He's in the XFL now. Playing with the, I want to say Vipers? I could be wrong on that. I think he played with the Vipers. He played with the Packers, the Ravens. I think he was playing with the Colts during the preseason last year. He also spent like a cup of coffee with the Cardinals. Oh my God. Brett Huntley. What a name. What a name. He didn't do bad in 2017, but overall not a good quarterback. Jordan Love will be decent. All right. He showed last year when he played sparingly in that Eagles Sunday night game, he showed he's ready to go. I think, he spent 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers. The guy's a first-round pick. What are you doing wasting the guy's career? Come on. Start him. And I'm glad they traded Rodgers. I think, I was lagging there for a second. Now we're back. I'm glad the Jets traded for Rodgers. That puts them in the playoff spot pretty much now. Not to be biased, I don't think the Jets could beat the Jaguars still, but whatever. Yeah, no, there's a lot of nice, it's nice there's a lot of league for players to join. Yeah, I misread that at first. I thought you said there was a lot of nice players in the league now. I was like, I guess. But, yeah, no, it's nice. XFL, USFL. Yeah, Packers re-signed Love yesterday. 1-year deal worth 20-something mil. So they're hoping he turns out all right. But it's all right because Love, he's under contract the next 2 seasons. Give him the 2 years to figure it out. If he sucks, move on from him. If he does okay, keep him. If he does great, fantastic. If you miss the playoffs and the Packers are getting worse, consider firing Matt LaFleur. This could go a million directions. We don't know where it's going to go yet. But yeah, no, I'm a big USFL guy. I want to do New Jersey Generals games. If you don't know, New Jersey Generals are my favorite spring league football team between the XFL and USFL. So, New Jersey Generals, they're 2-1 right now. I want to broadcast some of their games once, other than the US, other than the XFL championship game, I can't really say I'll commentate spring football over the NHL and NBA playoffs, but come July, when the XFL is the only thing on other than baseball, sure. Same thing with the Massachusetts Pirates. I want to broadcast more of their games too. Yeah, it's arena football, but it's content for you guys, and it's something I really enjoy broadcasting. And that's where I feel I do best. I don't do YouTube for, obviously viewers and subscribers is nice and all, and one day I would love to get paid for broadcasting on YouTube, but I make content that I want to make and I think other people would enjoy. And I think, these USFL games and these indoor football games and these XFL games, right? Me broadcasting these games on YouTube, that's only giving the league and these players more exposure. That's how I look at it. And you never know if they have a nice touchdown or whatever and I'm on the call for it, post on Instagram, tag them. Hopefully they see it and they say, hey, this guy's not bad at broadcasting, right? The Jets make the playoffs. Pritchard scores. I'll have to look at their schedule. I'm going to say the Jets make it in as the last wildcard team. They go into Jacksonville and they lose in the wildcard round. That's what I'm going to say. Right now I have – you guys are going to think I'm nuts. Right now my AFC goes – Bengals 1 seed, Jaguars 2 seed, Chiefs 3 seed, Bills 4 seed. Oh, bring it to me. Bills, Chargers, Dolphins, wild cards. Oh, no, the Bills won the division. So Dolphins, Chargers, Jets wild card. With the Steelers making a run for it too. The Browns on paper have a great roster too, but I don't think Cleveland's making the playoffs, not with that division. So basically, it comes down to me. Either I pick the Jets or I go Steelers or Ravens. Ravens is another team that probably makes the playoffs. They might make it in over the Chargers, but we'll see what happens. There's a lot of decent teams in the AFC, and the NFC is loaded too. I mean, you have 3 legit contenders out of the NFC East. Yeah, the NFC South is a joke, but literally because all teams are jokes, all 4 of those teams has a chance to win the divisions. The Panthers went off during the draft. The Falcons went off during free agency. And the Saints just got Derek Carr, so that's going to automatically win them 6 or 7 games. The West is great. 49ers and Seahawks should be in contention, and Packers, Lions, Vikings are going to beat the hell out of each other for the division lead in that division. So it's great parity for the league is what I'm getting at here. But with a minute and a half left, 119-84. Hope everyone enjoyed the broadcast. Again, I'm sorry I haven't been paying a lot of attention to this fourth quarter, but again, during blowouts and now that I do stream much more limited, I want to kind of spend this time with you guys instead of broadcasting a blowout. So, got a whistle here, and I think a foul on the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard, a nice pass to Cornette. He went in for the dunk. Luke Cornette scores. Oh, you hope the 49ers get desperate mid-season and trade for Kirk Cousins? I hate to break the news to you. The locker room would implode if Brock Purdy is not the starter. I keep on hearing these rumors that, whether Trey Lance gets traded or not, Purdy's the starter. And he should be. He should be. He took the team to the NFC Championship game. And honestly, you want my personal opinion, if Purdy doesn't get injured in that game, the 49ers, they might lose to the Eagles, but they only lose by, a possession. I think it's a close game throughout. So, oh, well, what are you going to do? I hope Purdy's surgery goes fine. Lance might start the first few weeks, but they're going to go back to Purdy. 49ers also have Sam Darnold and Brandon Allen they signed this morning. I don't know what the hell the Niners are doing. They're being extra precautious with 4 quarterbacks on the roster. That's a nice fadeaway by Pritchard. 121-85 as we hit the final 50-plus seconds here in the Garden. Again, Game 3 of this series, Friday night, 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central for our number 1 sub. Won't be streaming it, though. Again, Friday will be Mass Pirates at the same time, but yeah. 49ers could trade Trey Lance to the Jaguars for Trevor Lawrence. The only issue is I would become a full-time 49ers fan if that happened. So that wouldn't be a good thing, would it? I wouldn't, low-key, I would not mind Trey Lance backing up Lawrence. And he's a good player to have. If Lawrence gets hurt, we have a capable backup. But also for third and short situations, you put him in shotgun and he just runs forward for the first down, like what Taysom Hill does for the Saints and what Tim Tebow did for the Jets. And even what Lamar did his rookie year for the Ravens. I'm down for having a scrambling QB. Lawrence can run, but to have a strictly we bring in a quarterback for QB sneaks on 3rd and inches just to make sure Lawrence doesn't get injured. I'm down for that, honestly. Pritchard's going to dribble out the last 10 seconds here with there's 5 left on the shot clock. Sixers will take possession and wrap up this basketball game. So again, we head into Game 3. The Sixers only win by 4 in Game 1. The Celtics domination here in Game 2. With your final score, 121-87. Play dirty water. The Celtics are victorious. On home, they snap the losing skid at home. There was 2 in a row for the Celtics that they lost at home. Again, they lost Game 5 to Atlanta in Game 1 this past Tuesday, but they bounced back huge. Their backups play the majority of the fourth quarter, and they play very well In this one, Doc Rivers meeting a lot of the Celtics staff, of course. Last time Celtics won a chip, he was the head coach. And Joe Mazzulla, as a rookie head coach, trying to do that and send the Celtics back to the NBA Finals. We're only in the second round, though. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 121-87 year final here at the TD Garden. I don't know why someone is wearing an Orlando Magic jersey in the crowd, but neither here or there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. I'll be back on tomorrow at 7 o'clock for Maple Leafs Panthers Game 2. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.